Welcome in to IllinoisPrep.com, Skylar King. Again, back with you talking girls swimming. Shorter show this week. Most of the teams get started September 3rd. A lot of Saturday meets coming up there. One big meet this weekend, Lake Forest Relays, and we'll talk a little bit about that. And also a rule change that you're gonna see at the state meets this year. And as always, you can reach me, Skylar, at IllinoisPrep.com on email, and Skylar iPrep on Twitter. And as always, hit the message boards. Let me know what you're thinking. As the season's drawing closer, put up a lot of preview stuff. Just put up a top 10 list of my most dominant teams in state history. And I think we had a poster respond with a most dominant individual swimmers in state history. So a lot of interesting stuff going on in the message boards. Lake Forest Relays is coming up this Saturday. 3 big schools that are all in my top 10, Lake Forest, Glenbrook South, and Loyola are going to be there. Loyola looks like a trophy team. Glenbrook South, again, really probably the best swimmer in the state, Olivia Smoliga. And then Rachel Starr with Lake Forest will all be in action. I don't know how I feel about relay meets. I think a true relay meet, it's okay early in the season. I don't know if it gives you a true indication of your team's strength, however. Now, a meet like Nutria Relays, where it's not a true relay meet, you're just swimming all the regular events and combining the times to form a relay. But, you know, the one thing that's nice about it is for the coaches, you can really see what you have in terms of your sprinters, because that's the biggest thing as you're trying to put those lineups together as the year goes forward. You know, who are your top couple 50 strokers in the back breast and the butterfly, and obviously what will become more and more apparent because you get a ton of people swimming it is those sprint freestylers, the 50 and the 100 on those relays. And so I would venture to say I'm not really familiar with the way the Lake Forest Relays does their scoring. I'm guessing that Loyola probably got a little more depth than everyone else there, and will probably come away victorious at this meet, followed by Glenbrook South and the host, Lake Forest. The big rule change, which to me is the biggest thing that happened, more important than even the meet going on, the second break at the state meet now, and I'm assuming everyone will adopt this just to, you know, keep everything the same as at conference and at sectionals, maybe even at some big invites. The break that was always after the 500 is now after the 200 relay. And like the first thing I thought of was, as I was previewing the teams, specifically Glenbrook South, I think Olivia Smoliga is definitely going to swim the 200 free relay now. She's going to have that break and be able to come out and swim the backstroke, as opposed to having to jump right out of a 200 relay and right into the backstroke, which would have made that a tougher choice. And to me, I think Glenbrook South's going to be a force to be reckoned with in that 200 relay now. They got the state champion in the 50 free, and they just added her to that relay. So what other teams are going to take unique advantage of this? You know, and not everyone, you know, probably has a backstroker that's also one of their top sprinters. But when you look at, you know, Neuqua Valley as Gia Del Sandro, you look at, you know, Gabby Sims with Downers North, you look at Samantha James with Nutria, all people that, you know, especially when you look at a team like Nutria, they have so much depth. They could be very creative with Samantha James and decide to put her on the 200 relay instead of a 400 relay, and would be much more apt to do that if you get this break. And I mean, 15 minutes, especially, you get to swim down. You can swim down for 5 minutes, rest for 10, stretch, get your rub down, and be ready to go for that backstroke coming out of that 200 relay. I think that's huge. I think it'll be interesting to see who it impacts the most, and the team that takes best advantage of this, or the teams, might be the ones that you see in your top 10 at the state meet. So that's going to do it. Shorter show this week. We'll get into some longer shows as we get into the meat of the schedule going into September and obviously October and November. Skylar iPrep is me on Twitter. Skylar at IllinoisPrep.com if you want to give me an email. And as always, hit the message boards. I'll do my best to respond. And until next time, You are watching IllinoisPrep.com.